There's also a very interesting read that I read a little bit of, but I didn't get to read a lot of because I wanted to read it on stream, of Tyler1. There's like a... Hold on, I put my mouse in. It looked like there was a cool thingamajiggy. You can read barely, but yeah. Oh, no, no, no. Why are y'all saying no? The comments? Get in the Final Fantasy queue. Oh. Oh, fuck. I didn't even think about there being a queue. Wait. Oh, no. Oh, it's End Walker. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Fuck. How long is this queue? How long does this take? $20 minutes? Okay. All right. I wasn't sure. All right. Let me find this Law Tyler 1 Washington Post. Is that what it is? Is this it? I think this is it. Up all night with a Twitch millionaire, the loneliness and rage of the internet's new rock stars. 10 hours a day, streamers are broadcasting lives of obsession and wealth for an unforgiving crowd. How long can any of them last? Wow. Neat picture. That's an IKEA desk, by the way. That thing's gonna break. Guaranteed. Alright. Motherfucker with millions in bank still living in a trailer. It's like, what's the point? Who cares? You stream 10 hours a day. Well, who cares if you have a mansion or not? In fact, I would literally say living in a trailer or a small house is actually financially, like, it helps your stream more because your kitchen is closer to your computer, so you're less downtime on stream. New London mode just for midnight, and bathroom too. It's for 6 hours, just 10-hour Twitch stream. Tyler Steinkamp rage begins to erupt. He's just scarfed down a dinner of cold chicken fingers over the sink during a 3-minute ad break and raced back to his computer where he is playing the battle arena game League of Legends as 28,000 people watch. Does Tyler1 run back, like, you know how streamers, like, they go to the like XQC is the best example. This is why he's the biggest streamer, right? He goes to the bathroom and he literally fucking full-on sprints to the bathroom because as he's AFK, view count is dropping. Does Tyler1 do that too? He waddles? What does that even mean? You don't think so? Alright, well, I know that's what a lot of streamers do. I would know because I used to do it. He's just scarfed down dinner of culture. His face is broadcast into the screen alongside convulsions of neon warfare and a racist chat box overflowing with 280 messages a minute. An anonymous audience is demanding his attention and unloading on him for every mistake. He has 4 hours of on-camera time to go. It's going to be a terrible day, he tells Washington Post reporter before turning back to his screen to read one chat message aloud. Does League make y'all depressed? Yeah, it does. Okay. As Law Tyler1, his Twitch audience expects him to be tirelessly brash and dominant, but Tyler is wrapped in a losing streak and he's been reeling from too little sleep. What's that sound? Hold on. Okay. Another 282 messages blasted in. At 26, Tyler is a millionaire and one of the internet's most popular streamers. For 50 hours a week, he broadcasts himself playing video games from his cramped living room in his 900-person Missouri hometown to 4.6 million followers watching him from around the world. He earns more than $200,000 a month in Twitch ads and viewer subs, sponsorship with Nike and Doritos. I'm jealous. Contracts with giant esports teams, fan donations, and merchandise sales have earned him millions more. When he dropped out of college to stream, Tyler cast himself as an alpha among dweebs, known for crude banter and wild gameplay to a generation raised by the internet. He became bigger than a rock star. Fans pay him every month for access and intimacy, which he provides in great amounts, allowing nearly every day of his life, from his virtual battles to his most personal real-world moments, to be dissected and criticized. Streamers like Tyler, from the backbone of tech giants, created an economy, and with their lives on permanent display, they've pioneered a raw form of entertainment. While Instagram and TikTok value viral perfection, Twitch fans flock to more unpolished streamers. No one can stay perfect on a 10-hour marathon. Twitch was bought in 2014 for nearly $1 billion by Amazon. Jeff Bezos owns the Post. Okay. But the punishing need to stay relevant in a super saturated market is also fueling severe burnout. After 5 years of building an unapologetically aggressive persona for an audience of mostly young men, Tyler is exhausted by the expectations of an unforgiving crowd. Tyler, whose father is black, has endured years of personal insults and sometimes explicitly racist abuse. And as his online world has grown, his real one has shrunk dramatically. Tyler has millions of fans, but no friends. Before spending a recent day with a Post reporter, no one besides his girlfriend and family had visited in his house for several years. That shouldn't surprise anyone. There are just eyes on you, always on you, he said. Kids grew up watching me for 10 hours a day. It feels like it's been my whole life. Twitch officials acknowledge that some streamers suffer from burnout and harassment. The company recently hosted a creator burnout workshop and offers mental health guides for concerns about addiction and self-harm. We recognize that while creating content is an incredibly rewarding creative experience, a public life online comes with its own pressures and challenges, a Twitch spokesperson said. Tyler is one of the few to see tangible rewards from his Twitch career. When hackers in October published a vast haul of internal Twitch data, they exposed the site's brutal economy. Though more than 7 million people stream on Twitch every month, only the top 3,000, less than 0.1%, made more than the typical American household, earning $67,000 a year. The vast majority earning next to nothing, streaming to empty chat rooms, waiting for a single person to come watch. I'm going to add more on this. So 0.1% or less than 0.1% made more than the typical household of $67,000. But on top of that, like, think about Twitch streaming. It doesn't actually go, like, let's say you work as a waiter or you work as a host, right? You eventually work your way up. Now you're a fucking waiter. Now maybe you're a manager. Now you go to a more prestigious restaurant, right? That's a basic career path. A lot of my friends are doing that, right? But like, streaming doesn't go into anything. So let's say you're making, I don't know, fucking $40,000 a year as an individual, right? That's not a lot, but it, like, it's not guaranteed to go up as you get older. Why are y'all doing this fucking emote? I look over and I'm just getting fucking peepo talked. God damn it. Whatever. Tyler, meanwhile, has brought in more than $2.5 million from the site since August 2019. According to the leaked data, making him Twitch's 15th highest paid. I can't read this with this fucking emote. Stop. God damn it. Okay. Tyler, meanwhile, has brought in more than $2.5 million from the site since 2019, according to leaked data, making him Twitch's 15th highest paid streamer around the world. As Twitch's viewership exploded last year up to 67% to more than 1 trillion minutes watched, Tyler gathered an intense fan base seeking community and escape across a fractured internet. But as a gig worker for a media empire, even a successful streamer like Tyler has a livelihood that's inherently unstable. Without insurance, unions, sick days, retirement funds, or hope for a sustainable career. Okay. Many people see popular streamers as modern-day success stories paid only to be themselves, said Brooke Aaron Duffy, an associate professor at Cornell University's interviewed influencers for her new book. But that myth of glamour obscures the reality of extraordinary pressure, she said. The grueling systems of online metrics, the incessant demands of followers, the invisible burden of personal attacks. These companies have tremendous power and are reaping tremendous rewards from the creator economy, but they don't provide the mechanisms of support that a traditional workplace would. The job is profoundly individualized and precarious. The fact is, it's all on you. Okay? Growing up in Missouri, Tyler loved to entertain, showing up in front of the camera's birthday. When his mother got his first computer and ran at center, the 5-year-old would stand behind while she played Minesweeper, helping her find the bombs. She'd had him at 17. Tyler never knew his dad, but his mom introduced him once he was very young, worried Tyler might regret having never seen his face. Or having seen his face. In the winters, they'd heat their trailer with the oven or scourge quarters to pay for gas. Tyler spent hours in the school gym and in the sprawling fantasy worlds of Diablo and RuneScape, developing an all-consuming competitive streak. He'd duel into the night with his brother over video games, hugging the computer to the quiet sound. At Central Methodist University, where he played football, he started streaming from his dorm room so his RuneScape buddies could watch his screen while he played. Then on Christmas 2015, his grandmother gave him a $50 Best Buy gift card, which he used to buy a webcam. His face has been on stream ever since. On Twitch, Tyler said he multiplied his personality by 20. An over-the-top meathead who didn't take himself too seriously, a stranger who joked like a friend. His teammates pounded on the door for him to come hang out, but Tyler never relented. I would just sit inside, he said, perfecting my craft. My craft. His audience grew until he finally made $52 in a week, enough, he reasoned, to live on. If he ate $10 worth of rice and potatoes each week in the summer, before his last year of college, he sat in his mom's duplex and told her he'd be dropping out to stream. Ooh, he would have been the family's first to graduate. She told him it was okay, but you could see her tears. Damn, that sucks. When he moved back home, Tyler's mom, Christina Lutz, could tell something weird was happening. She'd go to work as an elementary school secretary, making $14,000 a year, and come home to hear her son made $700 sitting in front of a computer all day. I cannot understand why people are paying him. I still don't, she said. Tyler specialized in League, dazzlingly intricate game notorious for its split-second strategy. Through day-long grinds, he became one of the world's most tactical and irritating entertainers. Upset by his partners, he often killed himself to boost the enemy. Okay. When the game's leaders banned him as a genuine jerk in 2016, it only boosted his bad boy image. His numbers soared. His fans, Tyler said, were typically guys from the US and Western Europe looking for somewhere they could belong, a place they could share their excitement, make inside jokes, and be around friends 10 hours a day. Tyler always gave people what they wanted, which was to laugh at him, so he began venturing into the absurd, cooking, singing, performing as a clown. Unbanned 2 years later, he returned to the game only slightly chastened, hawking a line of tank tops and phone cases labeled Reformed. His streams are free, but thousands of fans paid $5 to $25 a month to subscribe, removing ads and granting them... Oh my god, this fucking emote. Granting them some in-chat status symbols, like the ability to post images of Tyler's face, sub-emotes, okay. Many donated a few bucks to emblazon a message across the stream, typically some jab Tyler couldn't ignore. Some of it was lighthearted, slamming how he flipped pancakes during a breakfast-making stream, but Tyler shared everything and everything could be weaponized. Viewers made fun of the shape of his head, spewed racial insults, ridiculed growing up in a trailer park, how he lived, how he'd become addicted to the stream. Tyler joked right back, but the balance was clear. The viewers knew so much about Tyler, and he knew nothing about them. And for all the hours he'd be streaming, there would be nowhere for him to hide. Tyler wakes up that Tuesday morning in October, like usual, chasing 5 hours of sleep with a fluorescent bottle of Blood Rush, a caffeinated pre-workout drink, and a powder tub with his screaming face on the label. He has only a few hours until his stream begins. He lives beneath a highway billboard 2 hours from St. Louis and rents a rundown house from his stepdad. The place is cluttered with junk, unopened boxes from fans, Tyler1 figurines. On his nightstand sit bottles of Adderall pills he's taken for attention deficit hyperactivity disorder since he was in first grade. He lives only to lift weights at the YMCA. He comes home to his desk with his Dragon Ball Z posters and a Walmart keyboard. He's superstitious about using anything else. Around 4:45 p.m., it's time he starts... Wait, he uses Adderall too? Oh my god, oh god. Alright. Around 4:45 p.m. it's time. He starts his stream with some thumping hype music and summons a primal scream. Thousands are already waiting. He's here. One viewer writes 12 seconds in. Tyler always uses a story spinning himself as a superhuman, but on this day, he also follows it with the truth. His brain is frying from not enough sleep. On his last stream, he told fans that for several years he'd been waking up in the middle of the night, gasping for air. Look at me, he says with a stage laugh, flexing his biceps, lightening the mood. If it was this big, would you be watching? Or if I wasn't this big, would you be watching? Oh my god. I know like fucking 4 people who take Adderall all the time and same shit happens. Tyler always boasted on his of his focus and endurance amid a stream's chaotic overload. His eyes darting between relentless messages as he shouted over the bruising soundscape of digital war. In the past, he'd take month-long breaks to ease his throat and rest his brain. But he is a celebrity now, and that means he has sponsorship requirements to fulfill, events to attend, corporate contracts to uphold. His latest Twitch deal includes a performance quota. He streams 200 hours a month. He must play constantly to hold up his top rank in each league season, which he typically ends with a 40-hour marathon. He allows himself to eat only during the commercial-length breaks between games, which can last 30 minutes or more. He forces himself not to yawn because yawning means boredom. Boredom viewers go somewhere else. That's true. Some days he doesn't have the energy to become the amped-up warrior his crowd expects. He tries to fake it. He said, but he can't always come alive. If you take one day off, they're like, where were you, bro? How could you? It sounds like XQC viewers. It's like mental illness. I just can't imagine, like, actually... I watching a stream is cool, but I can't imagine, like, getting upset that a streamer took a day off. Like, that, you must be so sad. It's, like, depressing. When he stops streaming in the hours before sunrise, he's often too drained to speak, peeling off his headset, rubbing his face with his palms. On off days, he rests his throat, going entire weekends without saying a word, lying in bed watching a 10-minute YouTube video recaps on his phone. He still enjoys the thrill of competing, sparring with hecklers, captivating a crowd, but he sometimes looks in the mirror at the rings under his eyes and thinks about how blissful it must be to work in a cubicle. I get it. I get where he's coming from, but man, you can't say that. Now I know why people in the comments are probably pissed. The grass is always greener. I get it. Like, from his perspective, he wishes he could just, at some point, just, like yawn. Like, just yawn without having to think about viewers leaving, right? Just that small bit of mental peace, I guess, in that moment. But you have to think, oh, man. I mean, that reminds me almost like when Reckful said he wishes he was poor so he wasn't bored. Bro. Oh, shit. That's like, you just can't. I do see what you're saying. Even disagree. I get it, but disagree. And also, I can't believe you said that. All right, let's move on. All right. Free to sit silently and do nothing. Okay. That do nothing, that's gonna really fucking rub salt in the wound. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, no. That was not quoted. You're right. It's not quoted. That's the journalist's fault, but I get the comments, and poor Tyler's gonna get reamed for it. Oh, no. All right. He's feeling more anxiety than ever and more obsessed about control, getting worked up if his headset falls or feels off. His chair sits weird. His mouse has moved even an inch. How bad is it going to get, he said. In 5 years, am I going to not function if my right shoelace is tighter than my left? But there is too much on the line to quit. There's his YouTube channel where his streams are cut into clips for 2.7 million followers, a fortune and extra pay. There's the $300,000 a year he makes from his merchandise line, run by a small team in Ohio. And there's the onslaught of big branding deals. Tyler's manager doesn't consider anything under $20,000, even if it's just a few minutes promoting something on stream. That makes sense. All right. A vast professional class of agents, coaches, and brand consultants has multiplied to monetize his work, but unlike more established industries, Tyler and other streamers have few means of personal support. No producers, supervisors, mentors, or human resources counselors, or no one telling them to slow down. Yeah. Tyler has what is going on here? Tyler has Ismail. Is that it? Oh, it's a name. Tyler has Ismail, his 30-year-old manager in Germany, who spoke on the condition that his last name not be mentioned due to fear of harassment. Tyler hired him as his editor, agent, booker, and lead negotiator after a hype montage he made went viral in 2016. They've met only once at a Twitch convention in San Diego in 2019. Tyler estimates he's made more than $5 million over the past few years, but he has no credit card, financial advisor, or clear sense of how to spend it. His rare splurge this year was on a $170,000 Acura NSX sports car. Nice. Which he keeps in his big tool shed. Tyler helps fund his stepdad's roadside fireworks stands on his and pays his mom $70,000 a year to bring him dinner every evening. Calzones, or Salisbury steak, or chicken and rice. She quit her job, but still feels torn. Is your kid supposed to take care of you and pay your income? When people ask, she tells them she's a personal chef, but doesn't mention it's for her son. Tyler's fans discuss his life and swap memes across Discord, yada yada yada, sending him gifts like handwritten letters or sketches of his face, but scorned followers have lashed out, demanding to know why they were ignored. One night, 2 fans left a note on his doorstep with their phone numbers alongside a menacing gift. A tombstone bench inscribed, "Your spirit lives within me." Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Tyler and his girlfriend, a fellow streamer named Michaela Edwards, have also had police officers with rifles swarm their home, forcing them to the ground after an online harasser falsely reported they were holding a baby hostage. Such swatting attacks have led to multiple deaths. The couple suspects, the caller wanted violence live on stream. No one has been charged. Local sheriff's offices declined to comment. The cruelest attacks always come from someone who watched a lot because they know you so well, Ismail said. They're watching to hate you. Yeah. Michaela eats Mexican takeout on the couch that night as Tyler streams a few steps away. The two go to the gym together and try to decompress, but most nights end like this, with Tyler feverishly clicking his mouse, shouting into the screen. I fall asleep to him screaming sometimes. She says he has 3 hours left to stream. Raunchy and combative, Michaela built her own fan base with the esports company contract and 450 followers across Twitch and Instagram, but many fans come for Tyler, and have since they met on Twitch in 2016. Their bickering romance playing out on stream nearly every day since. Roughly 200,000 people watched one of their dates this summer, and a popular video on Tyler's subreddit shows his scowl melting after she swoops in for a kiss. I've never seen him smile like that, one fan wrote. Imagine being happy, another said. All right, Michaela expects to earn up to $200,000 this year, but she dreams of doing something real, like building houses or going back to work at a convenience store. I don't care if I lose all my followers tomorrow. It doesn't mean anything, she said. I miss people, the human interaction, seeing the emotion in their face. Many of her friends have burned out, worried a day off could lose them followers to the endless scroll of streamers eager to take their place. She's seen people stress for years over daily viewership, sliding into depression as their hopes of success fade. But she wants to get married soon, move to a big city, and start a family with 3 to 5 kids. Oh, God. She thinks they can manage it all by slightly paring back their streaming, maybe 8 hours instead of 10. I mean, if she doesn't stream and he does, yeah, it's definitely doable. Tyler hates change, and says he's content to stay in rural Missouri forever. He dreads leaving the house and sulked through a video blog vacation this summer at a Dominican resort, living his normal life but not streaming with the camera off. That would be a vacation. Wait, Tyler hates change, and he says he's content to stay in Missouri. He dreads leaving the house and sulked through a video blogged vacation this summer at a Dominican resort, living his normal life but not streaming with the camera off. That would be a vacation, he said. Okay. Michaela feels guilty about the advantage she's gained in Tyler's shadow, but the money is too good to quit. She knows how many 20-somethings have graduated with college debt for dead-end jobs that they hate. People out there are getting COVID to work, and they barely make what I make, she said. Why wouldn't I feel guilty? That night, she retreats to her streaming room, a windowless corner of the basement draped in a fake greenery and rainbow-colored lights. Her fans revel in trashing her. And though she fights back, she is outnumbered. In less than a minute of the 4-hour stream, she is called Tyler's maid fucking dumb and told, imagine looking like you, and demanding respect. Jesus. She said she's desensitized. That's all part of the show, but sometimes she wonders whether it's worth sharing all those hours with people who don't understand her life. They feel entitled to know so much, and they don't know anything, she said. They have this idea in their heads of what you are, and that's just not you. As night slips into the morning, 9 hours in, Tyler accidentally hits stop streaming. He starts the next broadcast a few seconds later, in a screaming fury. The camera recording him as he scrolls through his old Twitch VODs, all of them 10-hour plus, obsessed with this new 9-hour stain. It's like a tick, he says, slumping into his chair, face glowing. Just fuck it, man. Maybe I just need to retire. He streams for another hour, then that's the Adderall talking. He streams for another hour, then checks how viewers reacted on social media, walks to his bed and collapses. It's 3 a.m. and the house is finally quiet. His next stream starts in 13 hours. I fucking hate Adderall so much. I'm so fucking mad. I hate it. Ugh. Oh my God, I'm still not in the queue. I've got like 10 years to wait. Don't read the comments. Oh, I forgot. Alright. Fuck, let me reopen it. Adderall is fucking great. Yeah, it's a very powerful drug. I mean, I had an argument with someone, and they're like, I have ADHD. It's like, I have to take it. I'm like, okay, well, let me ask you this. If you didn't have ADHD and you didn't take Adderall, could you do the type of streams that you do? Fuck no. So it's... I want ADHD. Or ADD, whatever. I want it. I said it.
Nahi?
Give me fucking Adderall. I'll stream 20 hours a day. Where are the comments? You're just retarded? Okay. I hope that upset a lot of you. I really do. He found a way to become a millionaire at a very young age. The only question is whether he will live to see 30. He can't keep this up forever. Doesn't have to. LOL at the boomers laughing at this while they sit back on the couch watching millionaires throw around a hand egg. This is profoundly sad. You have to love the corporate PC workshop and concerns speak about addiction and harassment while they know full well that this is what's making them gobs of money off these young people. It's like modern day Coliseum. What? Well, I'm scared. Am I going to get like the N-word in this or no? Can I? Yeah, sort. How do I sort this? Sort by which one? This is like boomerish shit. Most replies, most liked? Most liked. Sounds like being an attorney, except on a tighter time frame. Tyler's stack as much as you need to earn $200K a year in a passive income and retire to manage your own CrossFit gym. Wait, best comment I've seen all day in WAPO? Oh, that's what this is, WAPO. Okay. Tyler, you're only going to be young once. Take the money and go have a real life before you miss the chance. Well, as a streamer, you're also only going to make that kind of money while you're young. More than likely. Unless 20 years from now, all the 50, 40-year-olds are boomers that actually play games all day. So... tell that to Moon. Okay, Moon's not that old. He looks old. Doc is 40 and he's chilling. Yeah, I'm sure you can come up with a couple of examples, but I would say I'm right still. If you're a like while you're young, you don't know what's going to happen in 20 years. You don't. These comments read like the stuff from the Twitch comments. If you don't care, don't read the article. But what they're offering is what used to be called a human interest story. The point is to get a glimpse, a window into other people's lives, like his mom, I'm baffled, yada, yada, yada. Seems similar to Hollywood actors who have a talent for acting. This story is pretty vile. The hero is a guy who plays games all day and films it while eating processed garbage and engaging in sleep deprivation. but the idea that a bunch of sociopaths pay money to watch online for the purpose of sending SWAT teams to his house on a lark is pretty gross. This is why Paul Gosser uses anime as a vehicle to press his murder fantasies. He knows his audience. What? This is quite a reach. Holy shit. These are some paragraphs. I just got done reading like the big, like, I don't know. These comments don't seem that bad. I mean, there's a lot of retards, but like, it doesn't seem that bad. Oh my God, this queue is forever. I mean, it's just boomers, but they don't matter. They actually just don't. Not in the actual space. You filtered them? Most people probably didn't. Oh. Well, yeah, I did sort by most liked. Maybe I go to most comments, so probably most controversial, because a lot of people commented on it. Let me go to that. Fuck, sorry, I'm terrible at this. Okay, sort by most replies. People watch him play games and act out his persona. He makes money through direct payments by which who watch, merchandise, sponsorships, and ads. The whole thing is stupid, but people love to watch other people play video games for whatever reason. Oh, forgive my ignorance, but I'm not sure what he does and what people are watching. Are they just watching him play an online video game for 10 hours on a stretch? And does he make money by the ads he generates? Is that it? Okay, boomer. Just genuinely asking a question. I know if you shake your head and say this whole scene is deeply weird and troublesome, you're marked as an old fuddy-duddy. I'm gonna use that. Guilty as charged. Big money rewards, you say. Well, I guess the Roman gladiators were sponsored, and if lucky to live made a fair income, they too got fame. The real downside isn't among the internet stars, it's among the fans. The fact that your teenage or young male offspring is inside your basement / den / his bedroom for hours looking at a screen and texting, no real human contact interaction, no development of social skills, no intellectual development, a narrow mind and low info base. Gee, where could this possibly lead to a democracy or lead to democracy? I actually don't disagree with that. I didn't even know there was a thing. Paying to watch someone else play a video game online? What a waste. Nothing is produced for the common good, but the financial success of a person streaming. I mean, you can just give them the response of football. Not so hard to understand. We pay to watch other people play sports instead of being active ourselves. Top sports celebrities crash and burn in the same way when their short careers come to an end, under media scrutiny. Yeah. The fucking good does a football game do? I always wonder what the value of like a stream or entertainment is. I always in my head when I'm just thinking to myself, I think about like an RTS game that I'm playing, and you know, you have to provide food for the civilization, you got to provide water, and you got to provide shelter, and then of course they've got like religion requirements, and then they have like happiness requirements and entertainment requirements.
Lol.
So the entertainment, and like I remember I played some game and I actually didn't add any entertainment, and they all just started committing suicide. They were well fed. They had shelter and they had water, and they all just started dying. I don't know what game it was. I forgot. So it's like, streaming doesn't do anything. I'm like, well, everyone's gonna start killing themselves. Kind of fucked, but that's what I think in my head.